Good morning, everybody. This is Help We're Trying Here podcast. Right, so it's morning right now, but you might be watching us in the evening, afternoon, in middle of the night. Okay, so thank you so much for your support. And for this session, this is our 13th 1-3 podcast. Can you imagine that? Wow. When we started, we went like, can we even do this? Are we gonna talk about? And then my team member was like, yes, you can. We all can. Let's do this. So today, the theme is about reflection, and our topic would be a year in reflection. So before we move any further, please, we always know you're supporting us, but please, if you haven't supported us, we are on Spotify. So follow us there. We are also on YouTube. Give us a subscription and a like, and obviously comment also so that we know what are your thoughts, or what do you want to add to the session, what do you want to talk about next time, what do you want us to talk about next time. Okay, so let us begin. Let's start with the introduction of the team members. This is, I think, the first time that there's 5 of us here, right, guys?
Yes, first
Yeah,
time.
exactly. So let's
First
start
time.
with Hanaa. Introduce yourself first, Hanaa, and then pass it on to someone else.
Okay, thank you, Sylma. Hello, everyone. My name is Hanaa Wong Abdullah, and I have been with Rema Synergy for maybe 10 years when we first started. Anyway, I am a strengths coach. Suddenly I feel a little bit unnatural because I think I haven't done a podcast with the team in 2 or 3 months. The last two podcasts were just, you girls. So right, I'm a strengths coach, and I love talking about strengths, my strengths, and helping everybody find out their strengths so that we can all maximize our strengths in our daily lives and live a strengths-based life. So we can maximize what we're good at in our work and also in our personal lives. When we maximize what we're good at in our work, everybody can produce efficiently and work happily. So I love doing that with everyone. And that's my mission, to help everybody be the best version of themselves using their strengths. Okay. I would like to pass to Adelina.
Thank you, Hanaa. If you hear any drilling noises, that's not me. Clink, clink. Okay, hi everyone. You've seen me here before if you've watched our previous podcast. If not, hello, my name is Adelina, and I specialize in creatives and digital productivity. I've been with Rema, maybe almost 2 years now, going on 2 years. Wow, how time has passed. Uh, And yeah, so I am also the producer for this podcast. So we're trying here, and every time we come on here, we do try to share what we've experienced, and like we always say, we're also trying here. So I know Hanaa always goes like, oh, why? Yeah, so that's a little bit about me. My background is more into tech and using digital resources. There's so many, for me, I believe that there's so many resources that we can use online that's free or low cost. And there's so many things that you can do with it, add in a little creativity, and you can come out with many, many different things, and it can fill a lot of different needs, especially when you're just starting out. So that is where I'm coming from. And of course, I love things to be creative, and I know Sylma will always go like, don't think about that too much. When I see other designs, and I go like, oh, if only no too much font being used, or the sizing, or attention and things. So that's the things that's the thing that I am passionate about. So that is me, and I'd like to pass to Johan.
Thank you, Adelina. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're from. Wow, can't imagine that this is our 13th episode. When we started this, it's like, really, help, we're trying here. We don't know where it's going to go, how long we can do this. But look at it, 1 year gone by, as Adelina mentioned, time flies when you're having fun. And I hope you've been having fun as well, joining us or following us or also hearing from us. My name is Johan. I'm a performance and well-being coach. Basically, what I do is help people, I coach people to perform better with whatever resources they have to save their time. And also, while you're doing it, how are you managing your well-being so that you are enjoying it and basically having a thriving and flourishing life? But I'll just tell you a secret here. It sounds great, performance and well-being. Basically, for me, what it means is, how do I hack my life so that I can shortcut everything, so that I have more time to watch K-dramas, so that I feel better. So this is where performance and well-being come together, okay? Performance is how do you get things done within 25 minutes, 30 minutes. No need to work too hard, work smart. Right? And then once you've done that, you can chill without feeling guilty. So that's what I do. So if you want to know more, just follow us and follow me and what tips that we can give you on developing your performance and also enjoying better well-being. Right? So that's me. I think I'll hand over to Evelyn.
Thank you, Johan. So following Johan, good morning, good afternoon, good evening to whoever is listening. Yep, my name is Evelyn. And also I'm a bit nervous this morning because I think this is the first time we're having 5 of us here. Yep. For who has been following us, when you heard Hanaa saying that the girls means me, Sylma, and Adelina. Yeah, when there's girls means the podcast is just the 3 of us. Yep. I've been with Rema Synergy. Just now I'm calculating. We've been with this family for coming to 3 years. Wow.
Yay!
Yeah. And I'm specialized in accounting, majorly targeting on bookkeeping and tax part, and also in administration thing. So moving forward, you will get to know more about us, what we will be doing on accounting side and administration. So when you need this kind of training, you can just look for us. So very short introduction of myself. I'll hand it back to Sylma.
Right. Thank you so much, guys. So there you have it. You've heard from the team. We have a strengths coach, we have a well-being performance coach, creativity and productivity trainer, as well as a finance trainer. And I am a confidence coach. So confidence is definitely necessary in your personal life, in your work life. So that's where I come in and help to get your mindset there that you can do this. There's no workout done, but mental workout. Yeah. Right. So let's get into this. A year of reflection. Normally, at the end of the year, we do take time to reflect, to think about what has happened throughout the year, what good thing happened, and how can we improve so that next year can be even better than this year. Right. So this is also part of being grateful, of being living in the moment, which is something I always teach, also share with my clients, because when you think too far ahead, you overthink, you worry, you will miss out on the little things that is happening around you at the moment, and you can't feel grateful about it because you're already ahead. Right? So let's take this time, team, to reflect. How has it been in your area of work, be it work or also personal? How is it? What is the good, and where do you think you can improve? So let's start with Adelina. I'm going with the ABCs of our name now.
Alphabetical order. Yes.
Yes.
Starts with A. I think looking back, first and foremost, I'd like to say I'm very proud of the podcast. I think we all, I think as mentioned before, we
Yay.
all started out like, oh, how are we going to do this? It's going to work. What are we going to talk about? I think that was one of the main things. What are we going to talk about? And I think we did it. We're at episode 13. We didn't run out of ideas. So that is an achievement on its own. And I think everybody gradually also got accustomed to the whole podcast concept, and everybody now whenever we do our podcast, it's just very flowy, which I am very, very happy and very, very proud of. Of course, the techie part of me is also very happy that I get to indulge in some gadgets and improving our setup. That would be one of the highlights of the past year, I would say. And then getting everyone comfortable doing reels, that was also pretty exciting. Everybody now, one take wonders.
Yeah.
And it's really different when you're doing it on your own. At least this is the feedback I've been getting. It's when you're doing it on your own, you take 20 cuts, but when it's someone else going, okay, go, this is the question, that it's been a lot better. So maybe that's one of those tips. You'll get someone else to ask you the question and get someone else to record you, and you'll have less cuts.
Yes.
So that has been also very exciting in the past year. If we want to talk about some challenges and some struggles, I think what everyone has been saying, oh, you have to be consistent. That can be a struggle, even though we do these things. But everyone at any level will have that kind of a challenge, to be able to put things out, or to do things according to a specific timeline. I'm not going to say, oh yeah, no, we have no problems at all, we are perfect, that's why we're sharing with you. No, I think it's important to know that at any level of your business,
Right.
we're all just trying, help. We
Yeah.
are trying here, and I think that gives that has been the philosophy, or the message that we've put out in the podcast, as well as in our work, is to be okay with not being perfect. Not just, it's not just about achieving, but there's also times when you may slack off a little bit, and that's okay. The important thing is getting back on track and just doing your best. Everything,
Because we're practicing well-being, right, Adelina?
exactly. I saw a post that showed, if you are 30% that day and you give 30%, you're giving 100%.
Wow.
So
Wow.
so
Okay.
Nice.
yeah.
Yeah.
So
I think I
that's pretty much,
Good
yes.
math.
This is what math. This is not
Good
girl
math.
math, but this is
Not girl math. This is
No.
Rema
This is-
Synergy math.
This is well-being math.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
well-being
yeah,
math.
that's good. That's good. Yep.
So we do, I believe that we do practice that whenever we're not always 100% in in that scale, but when we're not, but we give our all, we're still giving 100%. So that would be my takeaways for my side.
Awesome. Thank you very much, Adelina. That's a good takeaway. Right. Yes, Evelyn already unmuted herself. She knows it's her turn. So over to you.
We know our alphabets.
Yeah.
Yes, ready first. For me, it has always been in my mind, because when you move towards end of the year, people will be asking you, okay, think of what have you been doing for 2023? And it's always having only one thing inside my mind. And also I'm very, should I say, blessed, grateful, or proud, whatever, all the good terms words, because there's one thing that happened out of sudden. I participate the TTT certification course. That is really something that it has always been in my mind. Sometimes I would think back, if I did not join that course, so how am I going to answer? So people listening here will be like, what is it about? What is it so excited about? It just happened very sudden. We were having our team meet, and Sylma and Adelina, they were, we wanted to join. Yeah. At first, it's just the both of them. And suddenly, one of our founders, which is Hanaa, she's like, Evelyn, you want to do or not? It's really in my mind until today, just that one sentence. I'm like, okay, lor, do lor, like that. It just happened like that. So Yep. Now very proud that three of us, every one of us in the company, we are certified trainer. Yep, that's really something that has always been inside my mind. Thank you to our founders as well, and proud of the girls as well. Yep, we achieved something in this year.
It's nice to go with teammates to attend the course together. You support each other, right?
Yep, it's really a very good feeling. At first, I'm thinking like, what if I go alone? How would it be? But when you're reflecting back things, you will be like, oh yeah, I'm so grateful that I went with my teammates. We share all the whatever it is we don't want to mention here. Otherwise, we're gonna stress people who wanted to join. We'll just keep that feeling. Yep. And yes, that will be, should I say, the greatest reflection for me for year 2023. Until today, people if asking me, I'm still going to say that thing. The feeling is really like very, how should I describe that? It's really very
It's
satisfying
for you.
yeah,
Evelyn.
it's
Great
really
feeling.
a very strong feeling there. Although it has been 6 months already. So whenever I think back of that situation and that thing, I still have a very strong feeling. The moment, just sharing, since we are talking, the moment when I know that I passed, I get into the car, the first person I call is Hanaa, and I'm crying. She has not answered the phone. I've been crying already, crying. So yeah, that's what I wanted to share. Back to you, Sylma.
Maybe can I just add, sorry,
Yes.
Sylma, let's just add to Evelyn, I mean, a little bit of context for our listeners. Why is it such a great achievement for Evelyn is because if you know her, when we first got to know her, she is so quiet. And, she has really come out of her shell, working with us, playing with us, just being in this family, as she calls us. And when she took the certification, that really brought her out of her comfort zone, and she achieved it. She passed, and now she is a certified trainer. Don't play, ah. So that's the context.
Yeah, thank you very much, Hanaa. Thank you for that. Yeah, to our listeners, yes, whatever Hanaa was said is true. And when we were going through that 5 days training, so Adelina, myself, and Evelyn, the three of us, we went together. The girls, yeah, every time the girls. We're gonna be nearing our 40s, so be the girls.
The girls, still the girls.
I got a couple weeks left in me.
So yeah, it was really fun, and I agree with Evelyn. How would it have been, right, if we went alone, each of us solo go to the training? I don't think it would have been as memorable or as fun. With the three of us going in, it was stressful. Yes. Oh, okay. I said too much already, right? Okay, never mind. It was stressful. However, by the end of it, it did feel very good. And I cried along with Evelyn also when she passed, because the three of us were just, number one, we were relieved that we all passed, and Adelina did so well. I was like, as long as I passed, it is okay.
Don't
But
scare
I
me
was,
now.
yeah, but I was really proud when Evelyn passed, because out of the five of us, Evelyn is the newest addition to this training environment, training world, right? So very, very proud of her achievement. So guys, she is in finance. That is her specialty. If you need training for your companies, go look for her. Okay, finance, money.
She makes it easy.
So what you guys are saying, what I'm hearing is, if you go for any training courses, it's always better to go with friends. So if you join a Rema Synergy training course and all that, please remember that. Don't come alone. Bring 5 or 6 friends so that you can all celebrate it together and have fun in class. Yeah.
Yes, being together is much better. Yeah, being together definitely much better. Okay, so let's move on. Let's go to Hanaa. What about you, Hanaa? How was your year? A reflection.
I have my notebook in front of me, and the list is a bit long, but let's not be too long. I'll pick, the top things that I want to share with regards to my reflections in Rema Synergy, what we've done this year. I guess very significantly was our sudden exposure and beautiful relationship we've built with HRD Corp. It started probably end of last year, but things happened very quickly around March of this year when Johan was invited to be a panel speaker at the HRD Corp boot camp in Sabah, talking about integrity. So he was on stage. Then the 2 weeks after that, Sabah boot camp was the Sarawak boot camp, Kuching boot camp, and I was invited to do the same, be on stage for a panel session on integrity as well. And then, was it a month after that? Sylma was on stage with HRD Corp for the NHCCE Sabah series. And that was a big crowd at SICC. I feel that bang, 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 for Rema Synergy exposure with HRD Corp, it was just a wonderful experience. We made so many new friends. Evelyn is so kawan with the people there. Adelina was overseas, came off the plane and was at the NHCCE at our booth helping out the next day. She hadn't even unpacked her suitcase yet.
Yeah.
I
had not.
Yeah. So that I feel as a reflection for our company, it was very significant, and it was very positive. It's so much of warmth and feel good from those few weeks that we I nearly said expose ourselves. No. Brain, switch on brain, Hanaa. But the establishment of the friendship with HRD Corp was very nicely done, and could not have done it without you girls. Yeah. I remember we were doing all the souvenirs. What shall we get? What shall we order? What shall we design? And Adelina did all that from Australia too, right? The design works. Okay, so that was one thing. And a second thing that I find very important for me within our family here is the introduction of the How We Feel app, because when we talk about our emotions and our well-being, and even for strengths, we need to learn about our emotional vocabulary. And the How We Feel app just came into being this year. It's free for both iPhone users and Android. And all of us practice that every week when we have our team meetings. So I love that part of our meetings when we go into the app, we check in and choose the emotion that best suits us that day at that moment, and then we share with each other. So it kind of like lets everybody else in the team know, oh, that's where she's at, that's where he's at. And I think that garners some emotional support for each other. I love that. I love that about us. So I think I'll keep it at those two things. Thanks, Sylma.
Thank you very much for that. Those two things definitely has been the highlight, right? For our team, for our company this year. And we can add on. So let's listen more to Johan. What about you, Johan?
Yes, so I like what you shared just now, living in the moment, because I think 2023 for me was focusing on living in the moment. And I think about it, it's like, wow, performance and well-being coach, right? I really needed to tap into my knowledge and also my understanding of performance and well-being. Why? Because this year has been very challenging for me from a health perspective. As I don't know the viewers know or not, I have glaucoma. And this year, beginning of the year, the glaucoma situation became a bit more critical. So for this year, I've already had technically 2 operations. I've been in an operating theater twice, and I also had the laser surgery. which didn't require me to lie down. You just sit down in front of a laser machine. So technically, I have had 3 operations this year on my left eye. And operations might sound, okay, you go in, it's dealt with. No, the first laser didn't work. Second operation also didn't work. That's why I had a third operation, which has been the most successful. But also you have to think of the recovery time. And also the worries when you go. So there was a stage where I was seeing an eye doctor every 2 weeks. And then it became every week, either the private doctor or the government doctor. So this had played a big toll on my mental well-being as well as performance. Because let's say during recovery or even before we can do the operations, it's very difficult for me to do my work. A lot of my work I do online or with my computer. And I had to manage my time, and it can be frustrating. So then I had to tap into well-being resources where I say, okay, look, live in the moment. What is most important? What is the priority here? Losing your eyesight is not an option. So this is the priority. What can you do to save whatever eyesight you have left? Work can wait. What really helped me through this was having a team, the girls.
And your wife.
The girls that we had already set into place. I think one thing that we did well was that we realized that Rema Synergy as a whole, as a training company, has to be a company where it is not about the founders. It is about a group of trainers that come together to want to deliver the best. So I also had the comfort knowing that this company is not a company where, it's just founders doing the work. You have a team and you have capable people, each an expert in their own field to take over the job. And that's what got me through, which also allowed me to focus on in the moment, taking care of my health. So really, this year has been about how do I manage my performance? How do I enhance my well-being, even though I'm having these challenges, and what things can be put in place to help me get over it. So yeah, it's basically living what I teach or share, and also having a good team around you and people to support you. Yeah, so that's what it is. And if people say, do you want to repeat another year? No. 2023, forget about it. It's like, get on with it. I just want to move on. If I could, I wouldn't want to revisit 2023 at all.
Been there,
Yeah.
done that. Let's move on.
True, exactly. And also, just a bit of, I don't know whether it is a reminder or it is just to let everybody sit a bit on this, right? We actually just came out of a pandemic. We actually just came out of a pandemic. So it officially ended like really last year, right? So we were in it by 2 years, almost 2.5 even. And the moment it stopped and everything went back to normal, people were like moving super fast, super fast, like trying to make up for lost time.
Yep.
And if anything I've learned from my clients this year is they feel that they're not doing enough. But then I have to stop them and remind them that we actually just came out of a pandemic. So whatever you're feeling right now, if you're feeling like you're so tired, you don't understand why you're tired, it's because everybody around you is moving super fast trying to make up for lost time. And if you're not moving as fast as them, you don't have to feel like you are being left behind. You're not doing enough. So why I'm saying this is simply because that is the theme this whole year for me. I've been feeling like I'm not doing enough. I'm not being my best self. Why am I so down? And it was not good up to a point where I cannot accept clients because I was not my best self. So, and I had to really stop as well to think, yes, we come back. Right? We just came back. Why?
Yep.
What is this? Why? Well, and then if I don't know about you guys, but my attention span this year has been super short. it's I have been trying to focus and things like that. And then when I speak to my clients really saved me like this year. When I speak to them, they are also facing the same thing. So what I'm trying to say is to our listeners out there, yes, it is good to reflect on the good, right? Yes. What about the parts where you need to improve? Where can you improve, right? So, but I'm being sidetracked here. Let's move on to the highlights, right? So the highlights, like you heard from Hannah, she talked about us being into the HRDC world. Oh, since July, July was NTW,
No,
right?
May, end of May.
May
Started
was
May.
TW.
May NTW, huh? There was 1 week there, and then we came back, and then
Good camp.
boot camp. After boot camp, we only had like 1.5 to 2 weeks rest in between each of this.
Yes.
And Evelyn and I, because that time Adelina was still in Australia.
Yeah.
So Evelyn
3
and I,
months she was in Australia.
yeah,
Woo.
she ran away from us.
See, like what Sylma said, we just came out of a pandemic. So I took the time
Very
to
good.
ran
change
away
my
from-
environment.
No blame, no blame. You have to take care of your well-being.
Enjoy, enjoy. Yeah.
Exactly.
You can still
3
do your
months,
work,
I have
right?
not seen my
You-
brother
Yeah.
in
I
3
mean,
years. So
You are
3
away in
months.
Australia, but you can still do your work. So
Still
what's the big
productive. Yeah.
Correct. Exactly. So the 2 weeks in between, we were like, wow, okay, another event. Oh, okay, another event. And then when it was my turn to the NHCCE, the crowd, oh my, okay, guys. So pandemic, you only see people online, right? And then you have to stand on this huge stage, and then there's like 1,200 people as your
Yep.
audience. You cannot
Yep.
even see, like starting from the third row. I can't see clearly anymore because the people were so many, right? So you just
Yeah.
have to pretend like, oh, I see you. But it was
Confidence
challenging.
coach, show, walking her talk, man.
Exactly. That's a confidence tip right there. Don't worry about the crowd. If it's too big, you won't even see them.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
have
that's so true. So
Why?
true. Just your face being blown up behind the LED screen,
Yeah, that was amazing. And
Yeah.
maybe for the listeners who are not familiar with the abbreviations that we are using,
Ah,
NTW
yes.
is National Training Week, which HRDC, HRD Corp started, where all the training providers in Malaysia registered with them can give free courses for 1 week. And people can log on or attend face-to-face. And that was nicely done. We did the certification of positive well-being champions, right?
Correct.
And NHCCE, when Sylma was in front of 1,000 over people, that was the National
Human Capital Conference and
Human
Exhibition.
Capital Conference and Exhibition. That's right. Thank you, Johan. Yeah, so NHCCE. All right. Then but Sylma, I think I'd like to address, when you're sharing the challenges that you were facing, the short attention span and all that. I feel that was to your point of being present, being in the moment. We were all practicing that, being in the moment, because we are, if I can say, we do practice our, taking care of our own well-being. So, and I think we are more aware of when we are not at our best, we cannot serve others.
Correct.
So that we take responsibility.
I'm still doing that. I mean, for me, although my operation has been, the last was in August, right? For this whole year, people have been saying, hey, you need to post more on your LinkedIn, your social media and all that. And I just don't have the time or capacity or what. So it's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm not posting on that because it's additional work and they say you have to do regularly. It's not that you don't want to get out there, be known, but it's just that what are you capable of doing now with where you're at mentally? And for me, it's healing. It's getting to do the work that I had pushed back because of the operations I had to go through. So it's just catching up slowly at my own pace and also taking breaks. Remember, I said I'm not joking. For me, when I say performance, is I find the fastest way to do something. Of course, it's not to do half past six kind of delivery. You still have to do a proper output because, especially in training, the most important thing is the participants that's coming to the room and what they learn. But
Yep.
can you do it in a faster way so that then I have more downtime for me to then re-energize, recharge? So that's how I work on my performance and well-being.
Yeah, and even to the team is so supportive because I've been having some family challenges with my 87-year-old dad who is I mean, this is a safe environment. We also practice psychological safety, right, in Rema Synergy. So I have broken down in front of them when we have our team meetings, and everybody is just super supportive. So if I'm not meeting deadlines, Adelina, for my LinkedIn article, and you know, I'm not made to feel guilty. I just, you know, I know everybody is there for me. Just do what I can when I can, when I'm going through, you know, particularly challenging emotional times. So we practice. We are going through the journey as we train the topics, very real time. And we're trying here, Adelina. Okay. Yeah. Even
Okay.
though I hated that topic when all of you decided on the title without me, I was away and I came back and it was done, you know, the background was done. It was on Spotify. And our podcast topic is help. We're trying here. Oh my God. Okay. So anyway, 13 episodes later, it's good. And I just want to acknowledge you, Sylma. Don't feel bad about it. You know, when you share your challenges, it's all of us have been going through it in one way or another. And we're all here for each other still.
Yeah, definitely. That's also one of the things I had to remind myself this year, that I was never alone. You guys were with me, my family with me, friends with me. It's just that when you are really down, you think you are alone.
Yes. It
Right?
feels lonely. Yeah.
Exactly. So that is also one of the things that while reflecting, right, I realized we are never alone. Never alone. No matter if we think we are not actually. All it needs to be is reach out to people, because everybody is living their own lives, right? Everybody is living their own lives. They don't know what is happening with you or with each other. If you don't speak it, you don't say it out. So that's why it's so important to reach out. It's one of the biggest thing I've learned this year. Besides having fun with all of you guys. Yeah. And
Because we realize that most people cannot read minds, if not all.
most, so true, man. We can't. Even when we're speaking in front of each other also, what is your body language, huh? Don't understand.
What is the tone?
Exactly. What is this? Huh? Okay. Right. Hannah touched about LinkedIn article just now. So guys, besides podcast, yes, this is promotion time. Okay. So besides podcast, you also have LinkedIn articles. It's called Coach Connection. So you can read up there, and then also Growth and Grind. This is a project done by Adelina. So Coach Connection is myself, Hannah, and Johan, the three coaches, and Growth and Grind is Adelina's project. It's all in LinkedIn. So have a read, guys, because we have many kinds of learners, right? Some of us are auditory, some of us are vision, some of us are readers. If you're a reading type, go ahead to our LinkedIn. What is our LinkedIn? It's Rema Synergy. Okay, exactly our company name, the baju here, the shirt here. Okay, that you can look for us in LinkedIn, and we are also on an Instagram. So it was also Rema Synergy. So if you love to scroll on Instagram, my favorite pastime as well, we are there. Hi,
And like to watch
coach.
videos.
Right, for which videos. So a lot of we our faces are there. Go ahead. It's a shorter version of this podcast.
Yes.
Okay.
The reels have
Can-
become fun to make. Yeah. Like what was it? We are what did you call it, Adelina? One time
One take,
one
one take
wonder.
wonder.
one take wonder. Yeah.
Yeah.
like
Yes,
it.
Adelina, you were raising your hand?
Yeah, so I just wanted to add on the LinkedIn part is follow us on LinkedIn, and you'll
Mhm.
even get the coach connection in your email box.
Correct. Yeah, exactly. Okay. Wow. So 5 people talking takes longer time than 30 minutes. Okay. Okay,
Oops.
let's go ahead and share our hopes for next year. What do you want to happen next year? What is your goals for next year? Right? So let's start with Evelyn first. Evelyn has been quiet in this session. We have been like taking over. Yes, Evelyn. Speak more than 3 minutes.
No, like if everybody speaks 3 minutes, it's gonna be 15 minutes more. So it's okay. We just cut it short. Goals for next year. Yes, definitely. I want to fully make use of my TTT certification. Yes, that's one thing. So hopefully next year during this time, I'm gonna share how I fully use it. Yep.
Mhm.
And just before I finish my session, just now I was it's not that I'm being quiet or you guys are taking away my slots. It's just I'm trying to look for, just a very short sentence that I can share to our listeners. Then I found one which is quite suitable for myself as well. It's gonna be like this: no matter where you are on your journey, that's exactly where you need to be. Yeah.
Wow.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
nice,
I
nice.
like
That's
it.
what I'm doing for being silenced. Okay.
Where you are is where you need to be. Okay, 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 got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Thank you. That is actually very, very true. Where you are is where you need to be. Yeah. There's
Yep.
no point in trying to be faster, move faster, be better. If you are not there yet, what did we learn during TTT? Where the law of readiness, right?
Yes,
Yes.
law of readiness, my favorite law.
Yeah.
Exactly. Law of readiness. When you
Then
are ready, the teacher will appear.
yeah, and adults have preference, don't forget.
I tell you guys, this she tells to the trainer every day. Adult have preference. Adult have
Experience fatigue.
Yes, adults experience
Yes.
fatigue.
exactly.
Every
Every day.
morning. Every morning. No, every morning after lunch break, after tea break. The trainer's gonna ask, are you guys ready? I'm gonna say, yeah, adults have preference. Adults experience fatigue.
Ah,
Oh, it must be a tough student.
thank you so much, Evelyn. Thank you very much for that quote as well. And I hope our listeners can also relate to that. Yeah. So yes, Adelina, what about you?
Hopes and dreams for the coming year. Wow, can you imagine? Now we're already thinking of, oh yeah, 2024. Wow. Hopes. um, I think training, of course. I like to call myself a serial knowledge sharer. That's a thing also that I have a term that I coined this year after reading Chris Doe's 2-word, or like, yeah, something like 2-word branding kind of thing. So that is me. I love to consume knowledge, and I love sharing knowledge. And I think Sylma also has to go like, whenever I find out something new. She's like,
Yes, guys.
yes, awesome,
To,
good.
to be friends with Adelina, you need to have an extra brain. You need to have an extra brain because she's smart.
That's so like secret code like that. Why?
Yeah, she's smart. Okay, she's smart. So when she shares stuff, you better bring your extra brain. Okay, otherwise you cannot understand.
Okay.
Uh,
About that
okay.
2 years ago, when she finally she finally revealed to me, sometimes I have to have an extra brain whenever you share things.
External hard drive.
Sure.
You
Yeah.
need
Have to
your
upgrade lah.
MSI 5800 or is it?
Yeah, because technically our brain is like the best or biggest hard drive ever. Each
Mhm,
cell, each DNA can actually store so much data. So why
mhm.
waste, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, knowledge consumer, and also serial knowledge consumer and serial knowledge sharer. Uh yeah, so training would be great. I love training. because you get to there's that opportunity to share and also to help. And for me, it's also a creative outlet where you're like, okay, this is your problem statement, or this is your problem or your issue. How can we solve this with the resources that you have? So that has also been like a lifelong philosophy or a concept for me. So I hope to continue that, because so much knowledge. Oh my God. See, I get excited. Now you have
Okay.
AI,
I
so it's
feel
like,
your excitement.
more. Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's that there's always new tech. I'm also looking forward to see how people are going to implement the generative AI.
Yeah.
There's so many things coming up, and then Johan will always share. Me and Johan will always share some kind of new gadget or tool or software that we
New video app.
Yeah, they're the techies in the team.
True.
There's a new app. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
ooh, ooh. There we go. What?
Do this.
yeah, so that has been exciting. And of course, continuing with the podcast, what other conversations can we have? The reels, I just purchased a software or an app recently that I am excited to use for the next year, to bring you more bite-sized content. So that is exciting. Hopefully that
I like
we're that's the thing about digital productivity. There's always something new to try, and then if this doesn't work, you can always just go on to the next one. And I think that goes with a lot of other things in life. This doesn't work, it's okay. Maybe it doesn't work for you. This method doesn't work for you, but you can just move on to the next method. What works for you is what is important, not what works for other people.
Correct.
I
Thank
think
you
that,
so much.
yes, that would be my hopes and dreams, is that for people to realize that even with the resources you have, no matter how small, you can get things done, you can achieve your goals, and also if it doesn't work for you, it's okay. Maybe that is not the way that your business or your personal self resonates with. So there are other methods. The possibilities are endless if you
True.
open your mind to it.
Very true. Thank you very much, Adelina. Yes. What about Johan? Hopes and dreams for next year.
Before I go to hopes and dreams, just a quick word on this year.
Yes.
We're not ended yet. We still have, I think, a few more weeks to go. But I would say that because I'm sure some of you are going through performance review, etc. Just focus on your well-being as well. Okay. Don't worry about too much. It's end of the year. It's done what is done. Just focus on your well-being. If you need to give yourself some time not to be on social media, or be in the moment, do that. Okay, just to share with that, we got like you said, Sylma. I mean, we all on a treadmill here, and some people are pushing us faster, because we're trying to catch up for 2.5 years of pandemic. So you also have to take into account what have you done, whether you've done your 100%. If you've done your 100%, that's the best you can do. Okay. For hopes and dreams for next year, interestingly, whatever Adelina has shared, definitely what I see going forward is a lot of changes. We only heard about ChatGPT, I think, sometime beginning of this year. And now ChatGPT is like obsolete. There's so many other things that come out. People say, ChatGPT, you still using ChatGPT? That's so old school. It's like within a year, things have changed so fast, so much. So going forward, definitely, even in the job market, even in our development and growth, you will see a lot of changes. And when you have changes, one thing is, of course, educate yourself, learn, go and find the knowledge or courses that can help you understand it better, get a hold of it, get a grip of it. But while you are improving your knowledge, don't forget as well that with change comes a lot of uncertainty. So please also take care of your well-being. Look out for those well-being things about yourself as well. Are you feeling stressed? Do you need to take a breather? Do you need to recharge, etc.? And also learn about that. One of the things that came through the pandemic was that a lot of companies and individuals focus on the well-being training and courses. But like Sylma said, the moment the gates open, okay, you can go back into the halls, 1,200 people, no need to wear masks, no need to check temperature. And then suddenly it's about performance, productivity, efficiency, forget about your well-being, but everybody was still feeling a certain way. So with these changes, while you are getting more knowledge, don't neglect your well-being as well. And also maybe either follow us on our newsletters, our posts, get some tips from us or other people on how to manage your well-being, or even attend some courses that we do on well-being as well. That's what I have to say for next year. Change is, the only consistent is change.
True. Yep. The only consistent thing is change. Thank you very much, Johan. Yes, Hanaa.
Everything that Adelina was saying, I terasa, I felt, ouch. I can't remember your exact words. I was hoping Sylma would ask me to share, right after you, then I could repeat everything. But not that I want to repeat, it's just that the point, basically what I heard and felt was, we have to be kind to ourselves. If something is not working, then, be okay with it and try something. One of your ending sentences was the possibilities are endless, right? So in relation to me beginning to deal with accepting and dealing with my elderly father who is showing signs of dementia and his personality is changing, is very, very hard and is very heartbreaking. And I am learning that he's not going to change. In all our training, when we talk about well-being or positive thinking or mindset, there's always the hope for things improving. But I am learning now very drastically that when we are dealing with elderly parents who are showing signs of dementia or Alzheimer's, it's not going to improve, yeah. And the only thing that helps is, of course, emotional support from family members, knowing that I won't have to deal with it all by myself. But it is trying one way today. If it doesn't work, let's try something else. So it's my hope for 2024 is finding peace as I go through this journey. Yeah, finding peace. My dream for Rema Synergy for 2024, I wrote it down, is to close one multinational corporate client.
Yes.
One only.
Gone into goal setting.
At least, right? At least, right? Okay, so at least one. So we are already hearing rumblings. So I'm very, very excited, but we can't share anything yet. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that dream is going to be a reality. Let's manifest.
Yes. Awesome.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Hanaa. Thank you very much to my team, Adelina, Evelyn, Johan, and Hanaa, for sharing your hopes and dreams for next year. Now, we at Rema Synergy, this is for our listeners. We at Rema Synergy, it's not that we know exactly what we're doing. It's just that we know a little bit more, simply because we have studied it. It is an area where we have spent a lot of time, money, effort into being better in that field. So we have strengths, well-being and performance, creativity and productivity, finance, and also confidence. That's the reason why we are trying here. It's not that we are better than you. It's just that we have spent more time being in that area.
Right.
Exactly. We have spent more time trying to be better in that area. And lo and behold, we are good at it. We are good at it. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here to our listeners is, number one, yes, you're never alone. When you feel like you're alone, when you feel like you're stuck, reach out to us. You can reach out to us via, we have LinkedIn, we have Instagram, we have Facebook, even on our YouTube, Spotify, and also
We can
did I
help.
exactly, podcast.
Help you. We help
Yeah.
you, not us.
Exactly. So reach out to us. Okay, let us see how we can help you, because we have dedicated our lives to help you while helping ourselves. So that
Yeah.
is the reason for the main reason also we started this podcast is because we are also searching for ourselves, at the same time working with you, right? So come reach out to us. Okay, reach out to us. And whenever you feel like you're stuck, like Adelina said, you can always try different things. So if Johan doesn't work for you, there's Hannah. Hannah doesn't work for you, there's Adelina. Adelina doesn't work for you, there's Evelyn. Evelyn doesn't work for you, there's me. Sylma. Okay? So try out different stuff. And like Evelyn said, you are here because this is where you're supposed to be. Right? And for Johan, what is the quote that you use? The last one, Johan, just now, Johan?
Sorry, was that?
The only consistent thing is change.
The
Yeah.
only
Right?
constant is change, yeah.
Okay. And for Hannah just now, what was the last thing you shared just now, Hannah?
My dreams of closing a corporate multinational.
Correct.
Before that
Correct.
is finding peace.
Yes. But
In
then,
my
what is it again?
Finding peace in my journey.
Finding peace. Right, guys? So you can find a lot of things amongst the five of us here. Yeah?
Yeah.
So my hopes and dreams for next year, definitely to be able to work with more of you guys out there. Yeah, make use of us. We are here. We have dedicated our lives to understand the certain niches. So make use of us. Okay. Moving forward, make use of us. Reach out to us. We are on all platforms, even on TikTok. Come on, guys. We are even on TikTok. Okay. Just look for us in TikTok if you are also on TikTok. And the last thing would be, if you haven't followed us, please do.
Don't look so sad.
If you haven't subscribed to us, please do.
How they gonna follow us, subscribe if they haven't even watched this? So we have
They're
to
listening to it now, right? Okay. So a lot of people
tell your friends, tell your
watch.
friends, tell your friends.
They watch, right? They watch and then they don't do anything after that. You tekan, you click button, follow, you click button, subscribe, click button, like. Then we will know, oh, you like us, Okay, we are also sometimes people pleaser, okay? We want to please
You might not need us today, but just click follow. Maybe 3 months or 6 months down the road, say, who can I go? Who can help me? Then you know where to go to. Yeah.
Yes.
Yep, exactly. So guys, this has been wonderful. This is Help We're Trying Here, and we are Rema Synergy. So look for us for the next episode, and that is it. Bye.
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 Yeah,
Happy New
coming up.
Year.
Happy
Happy New
New
Year.
Year.